Alright, hello everyone. This is literally back where I left off at. You know, still a lot to do. 117 endings and I only have 8 of them. Let's go.
Kyle woke up. He is famous.
You all know the story about him. I've got 30 hours. I'm gonna start it off nice and well. Browsing social
Kyle
media.
started to scroll through
phone's
news
broken.
articles on his phone. Stay Up Late with Kyle ranked #1 and #2 show on television. New
This is all gonna be the same stuff.
but hot Kyle
I'm going to sit at desk. I'm gonna restart. I don't want to be a human today. Yeah, that way I don't spend several hours doing that. I still haven't found a sharp object. Maybe there's something in the kitchen? Let's go to the pantry.
Kyle wanted to
Yeah,
act.
it's locked. Dang.
Kyle opened the fridge, intending to find something to eat.
I'll restart. Exit bed, hallway, kitchen. Oh crap. Bed, hallway, leave, tech store, steal Techno Gym.
Quickly, before the attendant could acknowledge him, Kyle grabbed Techno Jim by the shoulders.
Mind you, I am still naked at this point.
Finding that Techno Jim's cardboard feet were bolted to the ground, Kyle started to heave upwards. After several tugs, Techno Jim broke free, leaving one foot and one leg behind. Kyle glanced at the attendant, who was staring, bewildered, and ran outside.
Woo! I got Techno Gym. I'll visit the downstairs neighbor.
Kyle approached his downstairs neighbor's door and knocked. A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door.
Scream and spin. Consume Gabby, or agree and start conversation. Consume.
Kyle unhinged his jaw and swallowed Gabby whole. Job done, Kyle returned to the middle of the street.
What? Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long, pondering look around him. Returned to apartment. Returned to bedroom. Sit at desk. Write notes for interview.
Kyle wrote down his first question.
I'm just gonna not care about this stuff.
Kyle ripped.
Back to room, open closet, choose an outfit.
Kyle
Let's just
decided
do
to take
normal
some time.
slick suit.
Kyle
I'm being boring for a second.
Kyle quit.
Resources.
Kyle began to comb through the damp piles of filth and mold on his floor in search of helpful items. After finding and eating a few bits of crumbs and old cheese, Kyle found something much more important. Indeed, it was the corpse of Harry, a friend that had gone missing years. Kyle was glad to see him again, but was unsure of whether to interrupt such an important day with Harry business.
Well, let's leave him for another time.
Kyle, sitting as Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here.
Let's interview Techno Gym
Kyle
instead.
roughly shoved Rachel out of her seat and placed Techno Jim in her stead. Hello, Techno Jim, said Kyle. I'm going to interview you today. Kyle grasped Techno Jim's hand and tried to shake it, but instead tore it off the cardboard frame.
Wow.
Kyle's producer, sensing viral media, pulled the bewildered Rachel out of frame and motioned the crew to go live. Cameramen moved, lights flashed, and suddenly the studio was on air. Hi, I'm Kyle, said Kyle, and tonight I'm going to interview a very special guest. He pointed at Techno Jim using the dismembered arm. Techno Jim started to smoke from the heat of the lights. Would you like to introduce yourself? Asked Kyle.
He might. He also might not.
Knowing Jim would probably not speak, Kyle took it upon himself to be his voice as well. Hi, Kyle, he said, raising the pitch of his voice. My name is Rachel May, and I'm a very special guest.
Gotta love this voice acting.
Rachel's expression of confusion turned to shock. Well, Rachel, you look way too thin and absolutely terrible, and you should feel ugly. Kyle gave Jim a meaningful stare. Wow, Kyle, he said. I sure wish I could look like you. Techno Jim burst into flames. Instantaneously, the sprinkler system initiated. Curtains of water poured down from the rafters. Within seconds, the production equipment was doused in water. The set was soon aburst with electrical fires.
Why would you douse it in water?
Kyle's crew abandoned their posts as cameramen and sound mixers to try to put the fires out. As the crew scrambled around, the cameras continued to run. Kyle sat, motionless, staring forward. Eventually, the fires were all put out. Kyle's producer shut off the broadcast, leaving Kyle's vacant stare as the final frame. Kyle's ratings skyrocketed. Techno Jim became a staple on the show, often ending up destroyed by the end of each episode. Although Rachel did not come back on the show, her cardboard portrayal did. Rachel was very popular.
Where's that? Where's that at? Ah, that's where it is. Well, that has a key on it, which I'm guessing means that it's somewhat important. There's one that's in like the around town area that seems pretty important, right? That's why it's got a key on it, just like this one does. Like there's a few ones that have keys on them. It's so hard to just not straight up eat lard for everything. But let's see what the Steam page says about it though, because why not? Only 6% of players had that. Alright, let's prepare for the interview. And then let's, do that. Let's go ahead and actually do the interview well.
Kyle.
Exit bed, open closet, choose an outfit.
Kyle decided.
Slick suit. Let's go ahead and write notes for
Kyle
interview.
wrote down his first question.
Are you a mother?
Kyle wrote down his second question.
Or some
Kyle wrote
tips?
down his third question.
I personally ran over a
Kyle
cup.
wrote down his last question.
Are you guilty?
Kyle ripped his page of notes out of the notebook and got up from the desk.
Great. Alright, let's check the desk. Let's grab some CDs. You never know when they're going to be that. You always take classical music. Anything else on the desk? Sort of change?
Kyle's...
That's going to be useful. Back to room. Let's go ahead and eat myself some good breakfast.
Kyle
crap. I wasted a few hours there.
Kyle opened the fridge, intending to
prepare breakfast.
Kyle.
Let's go back. Exit bed, open closet, choose outfit, suit.
Kyle
Sit at desk, write notes.
Kyle.
Mother, tips, purposely never puppy, guilty. Go ahead and grab some CDs, festival music, back to desk. Grab myself sort of change,
Kyle.
back to desk. Back to room. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the kitchen. Gonna open fridge.
Kyle opened the...
Eat breakfast,
Kyle
heat it down,
Kyle.
return to kitchen, all that good stuff. Return to hallway. Let's leave the apartment today. Let's talk to Gabby.
Kyle approached. A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door.
Let's start screaming and spitting.
Sitting. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. Kyle responded.
Let's enter politely.
And I as well, Rachel, answered Kyle, extending his hand in greeting. You are a most welcome guest. After other mild exchanges of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast. A moment after... Good evening. Tonight,
Rachel.
I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction.
Let's produce CD. Oh,
As
no.
Rachel started to reply, Kyle clamped his hand over her mouth.
Oh no.
Hush, he said. I need to do something before we can continue. Kyle removed the CD he had brought to the interview and placed it in a nearby player deck. The sound system kicked into action, piping Kyle's music throughout the studio. Rachel briefly listened, a blank expression on her face. Smiling, Kyle closed his eyes and enjoyed the music for a moment. Then, he spoke. All right, now everything's ready. Let's begin.
We'll start the interview.
Kyle produced the notes he had taken earlier.
Are you a mother?
Rachel, I and many others would love to know, are you a mother? Kyle looked up from his notes. I'm sorry, Kyle, said Rachel. What on earth is this music? It's very... well, it's something.
Yeah, and?
It's an old favorite, Rachel, said Kyle. This is what I grew up on. It's part of my most special collection.
Oh no, I got a message on Snapchat from someone. Yeah, that's a bot. Oh well. I'll take care of that later.
Kyle and Rachel sat silently, the music playing in the background. Rachel began to frown. Suddenly, the wall next to
What?
Kyle exploded. Through the hole stepped several men in dazzling, flamboyant costumes of bright color. They held guitars, pianos, and other instruments.
Kyle,
Said the man in front.
we are the band of your childhood.
Kyle's jaw dropped, smiling. He put his hands to his cheeks. His eyes sparkled.
We have come to issue a grievance about playing our music on TV without a license.
The man took his guitar in both hands and began slamming Kyle's face repeatedly.
I have not expected this at all.
After several hours, the grievance had been sufficiently repaid. The band left through the hole they had created in the wall. Kyle lay on the floor, thinking about what had happened. Rachel slowly slid to his side. Are you feeling okay, Kyle? She asked. She had a concerned expression on her face. Have you ever met your childhood idol, Rachel? Asked Kyle. The person you looked up to for as long as you can remember. I can't say I have, said Rachel. Kyle raised both fists into the air.
It feels amazing!
Kyle spent the rest of Rachel's interview chatting happily about meeting his lifelong favorite band. Rachel listened and asked questions politely, seeming unfazed that her moment on TV had been uprooted. Eventually, the studio was out of time and the broadcast shut off. Kyle and Rachel walked out of the studio together. Kyle was grinning widely. The two said their goodbyes and walked off in separate directions. As Kyle walked home, he felt like the interview had been everything he had hoped it to be.
Nice job, Kyle.
Kyle had gotten everything he had ever wanted as a child.
That's not what I expected. You know what? Let's go to use this theme.
Kyle
That's
woke up.
bright.
He
Ah,
is famous.
that's so bright. I'm gonna go back to not using that.
Kyle woke.
Let's get past that. Exit bed. So,
Kyle wrote. Kyle wrote down. Kyle wrote. Kyle.
we've all heard about this stuff. What if we did, classical music? Because that should be in the public domain by now. Right? Choose outfit.
Kyle decided to take some time.
Suit of armor.
Kyle was unsure of what exactly caused him to decide to wear his armor, but it felt like the right thing to do. After much squeezing and sweating, Kyle managed.
Let's go ahead and exit to hallway. kitchen. Fridge.
Kyle opened the fridge, intent.
Prepare breakfast, eat,
Kyle.
kitchen. Turn to hallway. Leave. Visit
Kyle approached
Gabby.
a middle-aged woman named... Good morning, neighbor, said Kyle cheerfully. Gabby looked at Kyle expectantly.
Ask Gabby about Kyle.
Gabby, Kyle asked very earnestly, how do you feel about me? The expectation on Gabby's face transformed into consternation. Even the worst of men are given grace, Kyle, she replied, though they don't deserve it. As she finished her sentence, she gently pushed Kyle away and shut the door.
That's a little tough.
Sitting across as Kyle... Good evening! Kyle responded.
Politely shake hands. Broadcast.
Good.
Bruce, Rachel.
Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction.
I'm not gonna do the CDE.
Well, Kyle produced the notes.
Are you a mother?
Well, being a single woman with a career, she answered, that's not something that has crossed my mind. Rachel smiled genuinely at Kyle. Very reasonable indeed, said Kyle. He referenced his paper of question. Kyle asked, Hey, I ran over a puppy on purpose, said Kyle. Everyone in the studio froze. Kyle spread his hands out wide. It's a joke!
I'm just gonna let you continue laughing.
He started laughing from the bottom of his stomach. Nobody laughed with Kyle. Several minutes later, he stopped laughing and moved on. Kyle asked another question.
What are some diet tips?
Rachel, you managed to keep such a thin and healthy figure, said Kyle. What is your best diet tip? Well, a good diet starts with a plan, answered Rachel, and don't break it. Cheat days can turn into a habit. But, she continued, that doesn't mean a midnight snack here and there isn't allowed. She smiled. Kyle looked at his flabby self, decided not to comment, and moved on. Kyle asked another question. Rachel, are you guilty? Kyle threw his questions on the floor, stood up, and pointed at her. Rachel's eye twitched slightly. Guilty of what, dear Kyle? Guilty, spat Kyle. Of your crimes! Rachel did not answer. Her eyelids both started twitching uncontrollably.
Calling the police.
Kyle whipped out his phone and started dialing the police. Kyle quickly realized that the broken phone he had gotten for free was not able to call anyone. Kyle looked sadly at his hand, realizing he had botched a wonderful opportunity to be helpful.
Yeah, I really have.
Rachel looked at Kyle smiling. Her eyebrows twitched a bit. What's the problem, Kyle? Anything I can help you with? She glared, still smiling. Kyle looked up from his hand sadly. He slowly shook his head. The interview continued on. Rachel answered questions cheerily. Kyle forced a smile through the entire episode, but he felt very sad inside.
Can I get a new phone?
Kyle had missed his chance to be helpful.
What up? What do you mean Rachel was endings? Where's that at? Rachel was guilty endings.
Kyle...
I still have my phone that's broken, so I'm gonna exit bed, open closet. I'm gonna...
Kyle miraculously crammed his dumpy body...
Gonna sit at desk, write notes for
Kyle...
you. Are you a mother?
Kyle wrote down his Kyle wrote down his third question.
Funniest story.
Kyle wrote...
Guilty.
Kyle ripped his...
Drawer. CDs, definitely. Classical music, of course not. Anything else I would need in here? Some change, maybe.
Kyle...
Back to room. Hallway. Kitchen. Fridge.
Kyle...
Breakfast. Eat. Return. Leave. Text store. Buy batteries with change.
Kyle counted out $1.98 in pennies and nickels and traded them for a small packet of batteries.
If I use that with my flashlight, what would happen?
Tonight, I have the...
Curtis TV.
Ezra. Smiling. All right. Kyle produced the notes he had taken earlier.
Are you guilty?
Rachel. I'm sorry, Kyle. It's an old favorite, Rachel.
Alright. We all know what happened here. We've all seen this ending before, so let's keep going.
Event.
Exit bed. Sit at desk. Drawer. Flashlight.
Kyle.
Back desk. Write notes.
Kyle wrote down his...
My mother.
Kyle wrote down...
Master blended.
Kyle.
You ever smiled?
Kyle.
You feel guilty.
Kyle.
Back to desk. Back to room. Open closet. Choose an outfit.
Kyle decided to take some time.
Let's go sleep.
Kyle...
Kitchen. Fridge.
Kyle opened the fridge, intending to find something to eat.
Oh crap, I forgot the change. Exit. A desk.
Kyle
Start off
wrote...
with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to desk. Dressing drawer. Flashlight. Back. Sort of change. Back to room. Hallway. Go to the kitchen. Open fridge.
Kyle opened the fridge.
Prepare breakfast.
Kyle...
Eat.
Kyle...
Return to kitchen. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's leave. Tech store. Buy batteries.
Kyle...
Return to
Kyle
flashlight.
crammed the batteries into his flashlight.
Then let's give review a free sample.
This phone, said Kyle. Kyle... Further... The attendant looked at... Feeling... Kyle
If I
hurried
do
to
that
the
earlier
set.
in the day, it would be better.
Sitting across...
More. I forgot clothes. Exit bed. Let's go ahead and just
Kyle
put
just-
on hair. Desk. Let's check drawer. Flashlight.
Kyle-
Back. Drawer. Sort of change.
Kyle-
Back. Back to room. Bam. Leave apartment. Text store. Let's see what happens.
Feeling he had...
Oh, that didn't do anything.
Kyle crammed...
Return to street. Let's talk with Gabby.
Kyle... A middle-aged... Good morning, neighbor. As... Good evening. And I... Good...
Introduce
tonight-
Rachel more.
Kyle... In response...
And I
from-
forgot to eat.
After... Kyle...
Alright, I keep doing bad things. I need to figure something out that's new. Choose
Kyle
outfit.
decided to take some time.
Outfit,
Kyle-
sure. Desk, right?
Kyle wrote down...
One,
Kyle wrote...
two,
Kyle wrote down his third...
purpose, plead guilty.
Kyle...
What? Alright, I'm going to view endings. Around town, there's a lot of these random things, right? But like, there's so many different places. Like, why is there an entire block with 15? Alright, I'm gonna reset. Now that I was looking at that. Open closet. there's still nothing I can really do about the
Kyle
rusty
decided to
ladder.
take some time. Kyle decided on a fashion-forward, casual. Kyle knelt down and
My biggest problem is that I don't have any...
Kyle hurried to the.
I have no idea what I need to start doing.